Hello, it's your local sun witch here, coming at you from across space and time. We're here right now for the Pisces full moon. However, my hope is that whenever you find this video, you're able to get something that you need from it. With that being said, I wanted to go ahead and start today with an affirmation. It is the full moon, so the full moon is here to celebrate abundance, completion, the end of cycles. We ask for protection, things of that nature. So what we're going to do is, as we begin here, I just wanted to let you know that today's affirmation is that for me and anyone who's watching this video, I hope that we have everything that we need to be successful this month. That no matter what you are looking for in life, no matter what that word successful means to you, I hope that everything you need to be successful is on its way and in your hands this month. Now, as we catch the paper on fire, go ahead and visualize that. Imagine what that looks for you. Imagine those doors opening for you. The universe wants you to be happy. The universe wants you to have what you need. Now go ahead and as it burns, just take a few moments and watch the flames and see yourself. Now, we see that the flame is out. The ashes have burned. We have released our statement back into the universe. And now we don't even have to think about it anymore. We don't have to worry. We don't have to stress. We know that everything that we need is already on its way, and we will see that manifestation in our lives over the next few weeks. Now today, we are here for the full moon in Pisces. Now, what that typically represents, what that usually has the effect on is during this time, you're most likely going to be feeling a bit emotional. The full moon brings out the fullest extent of our emotions, and Pisces is a very deeply feeling sign as it is. It's a water sign. You might find yourself feeling a bit more introspective, looking inside you, looking at your intuition. You might have more vivid dreams during this time. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start this out today with a tarot card reading. So that way you can just get a bit of a reflection on what your month is going to look like. Now, I've got my tarot cards right here. It's the Prisma Eye tarot cards. Or I'm sorry, the Prisma Vision tarot cards. And I'm going to shuffle them. And then I'm going to pull 3 cards. The first card is going to be, that's going to represent what we need to let go this month. That's the sound of me shuffling them there in the background, so you know this isn't even staged at all. This is happening real time here. So I'm going to go ahead and give the cards a shuffle, and the first card we pull is going to be what we need to release, what we need to let go, what habits or thoughts or ideas that we need to stop letting us stop allowing to hold us back this month. The second card is going to be what we have to look forward to. So what is going to bring us joy? What are we going to gain this month? And then the final card is going to be a representation of the month as a whole. So what the overall tone is going to be like, what we can overall expect to learn and get from this upcoming month, full moon to full moon. So here we go. The first card. So the first card is the Ace of Chalices. So this card is telling us that this month we need to stop holding in those heavy emotions, and we just need to allow those to release. If you need to have a good cry, you need to take some breaths and reflect on that. If you need to express yourself to a loved one and let them know exactly what you've been feeling and what you've been going through. This card, the Ace of Chalices, telling us that we need to release those feelings inside of us and not be afraid of them. Everybody gets emotional sometimes. You see with this card, it's a very serene environment. So whatever you need to do to go to your safe place and let those inner feelings out and not be afraid of them, not be ashamed of them, not be, scared of them or trying to escape them, but really letting them flow through you so they can flow out of you. The next card is going to be what we will gain. Now, this card is the Six of Chalices. You see, it's funny because the Pisces moon is a water sign, and we're seeing a lot of cups, a lot of water here, which part of what we're going to do later on in this will be reflecting on that. Now with this card, what it's saying is what we're going to gain this month is we are going to gain the opportunity to relax. We're going to gain the opportunity to let our guards down and be vulnerable without any sort of fear, which is kind of going along with what that Ace of Chalices said. This month we're going to be able to be in our natural self and kind of a reflection of maybe what we've experienced in the past when we're younger, when we were able to play and just let go and not really worry what anybody else was thinking or going to feel about us expressing our joy or our excitement. Now, this final card here is what to expect from the month overall. So, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit worried that something like this would happen. So this is telling us that from this month overall, we can expect the Hanged Man. Now, a lot of people view the Hanged Man as a, very negative card. I mean, it doesn't look nearly as happy as our other two cards here. But it's not all bad. Now, what the Hanged Man is essentially telling me based off of these other two cards, what I'm seeing that we'll most likely from this next month, a lot of us will try to resist. We'll try to resist the emotions that we're feeling. We'll try to escape them through our habits, trying to push them aside. We're going to feel kind of dread that we have them, that we're not necessarily just feeling 100% happy. And that overall, There's not really going to be anything we can do to get around those feelings if we do it that way. As I was saying earlier, they're not something that you need to be ashamed of. We all have them. Rainy days happen, sunshine happens. Both of those are equally important. Hurricanes clear out the bad water and help bring rainfall and provide habitat. Everything serves its purpose, including feelings of sadness, including feelings of fear, including feelings of, sometimes even depression or, being overwhelmed. Those things are natural. And if we resist them, then, we're going to be filled with a lot of dread as we wait for that storm to pass. But if we can find a sense of calm and a sense of acceptance that these feelings will run their course, then we can have a kind of more peaceful and a more meditative quality, which is another thing that the Pisces new moon represents. Pisces is very spiritual. It represents meditation and reflection, things of that nature. And meditation is another thing that the Hanged Man represents. When he's in his position and he knows that this is what it is. This is where I'm at right now. He's able to find a sense of calm and a sense of peace. So that's what we can expect for the next month or so. And I really hope that you are able, that I am able also, because I'm not immune to any of this. I really hope that we, in this together as a collective, are all able to find that acceptance within ourselves, to be vulnerable and to experience our emotions and release them without feeling any sort of shame or resentment. So the next thing that we were going to do here today is we were going to do a meditation. Now, again, that's something that, we were just talking about. Pisces is about meditation. It's about trusting your intuition, your instincts. And that's kind of similar to the guided meditation that I have prepared for us here today. So since Pisces is a water sign, I decided, I'm not sure how many of you are familiar, but I've decided to add a cup of water here and let the light from the candle reflect in it. Now, as we meditate, as I am going through with this visualization for you here, really try to immerse yourself in it. And if you have a hard time closing your eyes to meditate, then I offer you the light reflecting in the water, and just allow your eyes to kind of blur over and you kind of focus on the candlelight reflected in the water. Now, so I am going to begin the meditation here to signal that it's started. I want you to go ahead and get into a relaxed position, kind of lean back in your chair, sit up in your bed, whatever helps you to feel most comfortable here. And I want you to start taking some deep breaths through your nose or your mouth, whatever helps you to relax. Start by taking some deep breaths. Feel the air fill up in your lungs, the breath clearing out any sort of negative energy, any sort of worries. Let it all go. Don't worry about what you're going to do next after this. That'll happen in the future. Try to bring yourself present here and now. Take a deep breath in. Feel it fill up your lungs. Feel your stomach expand, your chest rise. Pause for a moment. and breathe out. Nice and steady. Take another deep breath in. Feel it fill up your chest. Feel it pause, linger. And then breathe out. Now as you keep taking those deep breaths, I want you to visualize it's not just the breath that you're hearing. It's not just the breath that you're aware of. You start to hear the sound of the ocean, the whoosh. Deep breath in. Pause for a second. Hear the waves break on the shore. Release. Breath out. Deep breath in. Nice and peaceful. You hear the whoosh of the ocean. Pause. Breathe out. Keep going like that. As you're taking these deep breaths, I want you to visualize yourself and you're standing at the beach on the ocean. You're looking out and you see the seashore out in front of you. You see the sunlight glittering off of the water as it starts to dip down. I want you to feel the sand beneath your toes. Go ahead and give them a wiggle. You feel nice and calm and peaceful. You feel the soft sand beneath your toes embracing your feet. Each piece of sand there that's holding on to you is years of patience and devotion coming from that ocean that you're looking out on. That's years of it brushing up against jagged and sharp rock, slowly breaking it down, calmly, patiently, devoted. I want you to think about what your life would be like if you were able to embody more of those traits. You look out at the ocean and you think about how small you are in comparison to how enormous it is. Imagine what it would be like to have that patience, to have that level of calm, to be able to have those storms but still come out later on perfectly fine, teeming with life. As you start to imagine this, you start feeling curious, you start wondering. So you begin to walk closer to the shore, to the sea. You feel the water rush up, lap your toes. You feel the sand shift beneath your feet as the waves pull it in and out. You continue to go deeper, remembering to take your deep breaths. The ocean rolls in, up over your knees. You take a deep breath in. The ocean rolls out. You feel the sand shift beneath your feet and you let a deep breath out. As you walk out towards the ocean, it continues to rise up. Now it's up to your hips. Deep breath in. Let it out. It's up to your chest. But you keep walking. You don't feel scared. You feel confident. You feel excited. You want to find out what's underneath the surface. You want to figure out what makes the ocean so deep, so vast, so patient. You continue walking. The water's up to your shoulders, up to your nose, up to your head. You look up and you're underneath the surface and you see the sunlight above your head. As you're standing there underneath the water looking out, you can still see the bottom. A sea creature comes up and visits you. Take note of what kind of sea animal that this is. You don't feel scared when it approaches you. You know that it's there to guide you, that it's welcoming you underneath the water, and it's here to help lead you on your journey. You continue to step forward, walking deeper and deeper into the water. The sunlight grows smaller and smaller over your head. You reach a yard of coral. You see its vibrant colors, the reds and oranges. You see schools of fish swimming around you. You see a school of fish and they all seem to be going in one direction, like they're headed to the same place. You decide to follow them, and your sea animal follows along with you. As you're walking along the bottom of the ocean, you start coming across seashells. And as you're going, the seashells are getting bigger and bigger as you remember your breath, and even underneath the water. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You're in amazement that you're making this journey. The seashells continue to get bigger and bigger until they're almost the size of your body. You know that you're starting to get close to where you're going. Finally, you come to a seashell that's so big, you could lay down inside of it if you wanted to. Inside that seashell, you see something move. And a mermaid comes out. She's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. She has long hair and a tail. She's floating in the water, swimming around. She sees you and she smiles. She's impressed with how brave that you were coming underneath the water. She swims closer to you and you see her eyes, so deep as the waters that you walked into. She comes closer to you. She has a message. You can tell she wants to say something to you. She leans in, she touches your cheek, and she whispers something into your ear. What does she say? What message did she bring you? Take notice, remember it, listen to it. You can, when she's finished giving you your message, you stay for a moment longer, looking around you, sitting with the mermaid as she continues to be one with the ocean, as you feel that you are right now. You start to walk back. You notice that the sun has gone out and you can't really see the light anymore, but you're not worried because you still have your sea creature there to guide you. You continue to step through the road of seashells. They start to grow smaller and smaller till you get back to the coral garden. You see the coral reds and blues full of life. You continue walking closer and closer. You finally reach the surface and your head breaks out. You look up to the sky. It's glittering with stars and you see the Pisces full moon beaming down at you. You want to remember this moment, so you take a second and pause. Again, feeling the ocean roll in, you take a deep breath. Feel the ocean roll out. Release. Take a deep breath. Release. When you're ready, you start to bring your attention back to your body. You start to notice where you're sitting, your room. Take a deep breath. Let it out. If your eyes are closed, you open them. If you liked this video or you wanted to share your experience, I would definitely appreciate hearing some of what your messages were in the comment. Tell me about your sea creature. We've had posts over the past couple weeks talking about the different animal symbolisms. What does your sea creature represent to you? What do you think it means that your subconscious brought that particular animal to you? What message was coming from your guide? What message did you get from the mermaid? Was it helpful? I hope hope that it was. I hope that no matter when you decide to watch this video, whether it's the Pisces full moon or not, that you're able to get something out of it, that you're able to get closer to the patience, depth, and power of the water, of the ocean. You're able to closer align with this element, and in turn closer align with yourself. Be able to hear your own intuition. Be able to listen to the message inside you. So we can go ahead and take a couple moments here. It's definitely been a pleasure meeting with you all today. I hope to do more videos like this again. I hope that everybody has the most blessed full moon, and that this next month brings abundance and it brings what you need. Thank you for joining me. Again, your local sun witch here. Feel free to share or join our community. Blessed be, and everybody have a great rest of your night.